Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is James here with Crypto Quick Starts, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about one of my pet peeves with cryptocurrency and the general attitude toward cryptocurrency. So I'll try to keep this short. It's not a rant. It's something that I hope gets through to some people that might have been on the fence or might be on the fence right now, and that is this attitude that you're going to be a big fool if you put money in cryptocurrency and it's a bubble and it bursts and you're going to feel stupid and all these bad things are going to happen to you, etc., etc. You'll hear almost everybody that does a YouTube video or does any type of commenting on cryptocurrency, they all say the same thing. You should never invest money you can't afford to lose. And I totally agree with that, because there's a very good possibility that you're going to lose everything you put in. That's a real possibility, and you should understand that. That's why you shouldn't do things like, take out mortgages on your home to buy Bitcoin and stuff like that. Will it work out? I don't have a crystal ball. It might, but it's not good risk management. With that being said, what bothers me about the same people that are telling people not to invest in cryptocurrency is they're out there pissing money away left and right on things that simply don't matter. So let me give you an example. How many people, maybe you're guilty of this. I'm not laying blame or judging, but if you've been paying $100 a month for cable for the last 12 months, while Bitcoin has went on its most craziest rise ever, along with a lot of altcoins, think about how much money that could have been worth. Was the cable really that big of a deal? If you put in your cable money and then Bitcoin crashed and you lost it all, did you really lose anything? Probably not. How much money are you spending on fast food and other stuff that you probably shouldn't be putting in your body anyway? By the way, I'm guilty of that. I'm way overweight. I'm like 60 pounds overweight. Okay. So again, not judging, but I'm just saying, if you're spending $50 or $100 a month at McDonald's, if you put that money into Bitcoin instead and it crashes, at worst, you stop poisoning your body. How much are you spending on alcohol? I don't drink personally because I used to have a problem with it, but I know it's very, very expensive. Once or twice a year, I'll go out, maybe like on New Year's Eve, I'll get like a 6-pack or something, and it's like $7 or $8 for 6 beers, right? I'm sure vodka and all the hard liquor is even more expensive. Maybe you're a smoker. How much are you spending on smoking? Let's say you decide, hey, I'm going to take my cigarette money and I'm going to put it in cryptocurrency and I'm going to quit smoking. Well, if it crashes and you lose it all, at worst case, you quit a really nasty habit that was killing you, right? So my point being is there's all this money that people are spending on stuff that simply does not matter and they simply do not need, and they could be putting that money into cryptocurrency and getting amazing returns. Now, you might be wondering, James, why do you have a CoinMarketCap page put up with Verge on it? Well, here's why. Because back in June, when I first got started with cryptocurrency, got started in May, Verge was the first altcoin other than Litecoin and Ethereum. Verge was the first, coin outside of the major three, if you will, that I bought. And I didn't know anything about it. A friend of mine told me about it. I made all the newbie mistakes that I could possibly make. Didn't do my due diligence, just, got caught up with the excitement. Verge was up from 0.2 cents to 0.5 cent. So my friend was like, dude, you got to get in on this. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I put $500 in it. Now, $500, the reason I did $500 is because at the time it wasn't going to kill me if I lost it. Sure, if you came out and stole $500 from me, I'd try to punch you in the throat, right? Don't know how far I'd get, but I'd try my best to get my $500 back. So I don't want to lose it. It's not like I'd be excited to lose it, but if I lost it, my life wouldn't change, right? I could afford to lose it. So I threw $500 at Verge, and within 2 days, my $500 was worth $250, and I was like, you know what? I just totally got screwed. I shouldn't have bought that coin, and I was really salty about it. And I told myself, when it gets back to 500, I'm going to sell that coin. And 500 total. It needed to get back to about 0.5 cent. Well, it took it a few months to do that, and by the time it got there, I kind of matured a little bit with the crypto market, kind of, went through a correction, kind of understood a little bit more about how it worked and things like that. And I basically asked myself, do I even care, right? Is $500 going to change my life if I cash it out right now? Like, what is that going to do for me? Can I go buy something with it that I need? I mean, does my family need food or what? And basically, in the end, I was like, you know what? The $500 doesn't matter. It is what it is. I'll just leave it in there. Maybe, and listen, by the way, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I'm very frugal, right? Even though I have a business that does okay, some people would consider, doing well. I'm very frugal. I'm very cheap, right? The reason I'm cheap is because I used to have a really successful business, And I was, determined, or I was, just so arrogant that I didn't see any way possible that I wasn't going to be a millionaire. And instead, things went south. The business fell apart. I lost all my money, and I went from having literally six figures in the bank to having under $2,000 in the bank, like $2,000 to my name, total liquid net worth $2,000. And it was a very humbling experience. So after that happened, I decided that when I got back on my feet again and got going again, that I was going to be more careful with my money and not be stupid. And so now I'm cheapskate. So, so I had this extra money to spend, and that's what it was. Well, now Verge is up to 4.3 cents, which means that my initial $500 investment is now worth over $4,000, right? In fact, I've got Blockfolio on my phone. I'll pull it out real quick, see if we can get an accurate number for you. So my initial $500 is now worth $4,143.74. And that is a return. It looks like I actually put in $500.02. That's a return of 728.71% according to Blockfolio. Okay, that's a positive return. So I don't know, what position you're in if you're watching this video, but to me, making $4,000 profit in 6 months on a $500 investment is a really big deal. If I had lost the $500, it wouldn't have hurt me, but making $4,000 certainly helps me. Now, with that being said, I'm not cashing it out because, again, $4,000 at this point, if I cash it out and I got to pay taxes on it and everything, it's probably going to be closer to $2,500, and $2,500 is not going to change my life, right? I buy a nice Christmas with it, but it's not going to change my life, so I'll leave it in there, and it might go to zero someday, okay? Or it might keep going up. But my point with this is, people are thinking that they've got to buy an entire Bitcoin, or they've got to put in 10,000 or 15,000 or 50,000, and you don't. A good friend of mine put in $100 in the Verge a few months ago, right, when it was around 0.8 of a cent. So his $100 is now over $500, and it just depends on where you're at. But there's lots of coins out there that you can buy for under $1. There's even more coins that you can buy for under a penny out there. There's all types of coins. You just got to do your due diligence and just invest money that you're not, afraid to lose. Cancel one of those nasty habits. If you're a smoker, cancel the smoking. If you're a drinker, stop drinking. And again, worst case, if you lose all the money you put in, at least you killed a bad habit in your life. And, even if it's canceling the cable for a year, is it really going to kill you not to watch television for a year? I say that, but it's easy for me because I don't really watch TV. I just watch Netflix. But you get the idea, right? We all have places in our lives where we're spending money and wasting money. Even now, I have things, may not be TV or alcohol, etc. But there's things that I catch myself, needing to get on top of. Here a few days ago, I canceled an email account. It was called Aweber. It's an email marketing service, and I had switched email services a long time ago, and I forgot to cancel it. So I still make mistakes. I've been paying for that for 2 years, and it was over. It was $19.99 a month since there was no leads in it. So 2 years, 48 times 20, $960. How much would that have been worth if I just put it in crypto, right? So look for those things. Look for the little spots in the budget where you have money leaking out, and consider doing something more productive with it. Okay. Obviously, you should always do your own due diligence. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an investment advisor. You should always seek professional investment advice from a professional investment professional. That's a mouthful. Before making any type of investment in cryptocurrency or any other investments. All right. This is James with Crypto Quick Start. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you're not already a member of the Facebook group, please come hang out with us. There's over 2,500 cryptocurrency enthusiasts in there. And it's a good bunch of people. We have a lot of fun, and we try to keep each other on top of what's happening in the cryptocurrency world.